writing our personal narrative about? Raise your hand if you've heard of a personal narrative or written a personal narrative before. If you've heard the word narrative. Nice. Okay. Let's practice that. Turn and talk. I want you to turn and talk to your neighbor. Tell them what is a personal narrative. Go. Coming back together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Nice job, boys and girls. There are 5 parts to a personal narrative, just like there's 5 parts to other writing. 1 is your introduction. You're going to introduce your story, which is what we're going to practice today. Then you have your beginning, your middle, and your end. You've all done the 5-finger retell, right? Remember BME? The exact same here. You're going to tell what happened in the beginning. You're going to tell the beginning of your story. The M, the middle of your story, the climax. Our story maps. That exciting point is going to always happen in your middle. When's the exciting point going to happen? In the middle. At the end, the E, you're just going to end your story. You're going to tell what you did after that super exciting point. Okay? And then you're going to conclude. You're going to end it. And you're not going to say, and that was how my day ended and it was awesome. The end. Okay? You're going to wrap it up. You're going to look back on that day that you're telling me about. So maybe your water park or how Lucas's day ended with his sledding. Maybe he'll say that he's so happy to be alive and he didn't die and didn't get cut up or something. Right? Okay, so I want you to turn and talk one more time. Tell them the 5 different parts. Ready, go. Alright, next up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Nice job. Okay, today we're focusing on the introduction. If you look at the board, follow along as I read. Okay, your introduction, there are 3 parts to your introduction. Okay, so you make a solid paragraph. There will be at least 3 sentences. Your first sentence is your hook or grabber. Okay, you have to get the reader interested in what you're saying. So you have different options for hook or grabber. You could ask a question. Okay, have you ever been on a roller coaster before? Okay, does that make you want to read a story? You want to know what that roller coaster is about, right? That's a hooker. A hooker grabber. Everybody look at me. What's this? Have your hooker grabber first. Then, number 2 is very, very, very important. It's your when, where, what is happening statement. Your 3 W's. When, where, what is happening. Okay? That's when you're going to introduce what's going on. When did this take place? Where did it take place? And what happened? Make sense? Okay? Then you're going to leave us with a lingering thought. So you're going to leave us wanting more. So examples are, this is the day that changed my life forever, or this is the day I will never forget. What's the first thing we need? Everybody hold up 3 fingers. What does that look like? What letter? W. We need 3 W's. Then we have a lingering thought. Okay? So first we need a lingering thought. What are we missing in this? What are we missing? What do we need first? We always begin our introduction with what, Isaac?
Grabber or hook?
What? Hooker grabber. Okay, this is our 3W. Does everybody understand that? It says where, or when, last week, where, art class, and it also includes a who, my friend and I, what they do, something really embarrassing. Okay, so we need to get a hooker grabber. So we need something that makes us want to include this. What is something we could do as a hooker grabber? Think about it for a second. We can use a question. We can use detail. We can use dialogue. We could use a quote. We could use an onomatopoeia. Okay. Go ahead, turn, tell your partner what's an introduction we could do. What's a hooker grabber? Sorry, not introduction, hooker grabber.
It was time for
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, we can do a question, we can do an onomatopoeia, we can do some quotes, we can do all sorts of stuff as long as we can really hook those people in our first paragraph. What were some? Let's share out. What did some come up with? Some people with your partner. Ryan.
You won't believe what happened to me in our class.
You won't believe what happened to me in art class. Last week, my friend and I did the most embarrassing thing. Okay? What else could we do? I'm just going to share a few. Okay? Georgia.
Bang, 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 the school bell. Bang, 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 the
Oh, does this, or would it be like ring, ring, ring?
ring, ring, ring,
Ring, ring, ring with a bell. Okay? Abby.
Have you ever been embarrassed in art class before?
Have you ever been embarrassed? Could it just be have you ever been embarrassed? Do we have to say art class? Have you ever been embarrassed in school before? Last week my friend and I did the most embarrassing thing in art class. Okay, what else? Vivian.
Have you ever splattered your teacher with paint on the board?
Have you ever splattered your teacher with paint? Last week my friend and I did the most embarrassing thing in art class. Does that make you want to read it?
Yes.
Is that a pretty funny intro?
Yes.
Did that hook you in? Should we use that one?
Yes.
Okay, I like it, Viv. What's the last part of our introduction? Everybody,
Lingering thought.
okay, let me see everyone do it. So what you're going to do, you're going to put your hand on your chin, and you're going to linger in thought. So everybody, lingering thought. Say it.
Lingering thought.
Okay, what's our lingering thought? So you got to leave them wanting more. So some examples were from previously were, this is a day I'll never forget, or this is a day I wish I didn't come to school, or this is the day I decided art isn't my forte. Okay? Maybe art isn't what I'm supposed to do. Okay, you're going to turn and talk to your neighbor. You're going to try and come up with a, what does this mean if I go like this?
Lingering thought.
Okay, come up with a lingering thought. Go ahead. Okay, we need a lingering thought. I heard a few good ones. We'll share out like, what, 3? Lucy.
This is the day that I was really embarrassed.
This is a day I was really embarrassed. Okay? We've said embarrassed one more time, but that's okay. Tim?
This was the day I ran away from school.
This is the day I ran away from school. Okay, that's good. Anya?
This is the day I'll never forget my whole entire life.
This is a day I'll never forget in my whole life. Kyson?
This is the day I'll never forget. P.S. My teacher's face is blue.
Okay, you did the lingering thought. I love the PS because it adds a funny thing, but I think you could save that for your middle, right? Because that's the exciting part. Maybe you turned her face blue, but we don't want to give that away right away. Okay, your lingering thought is good, and that's a good idea for your middle. James.
This is I'll never forget my first day of basketball.
What? That's not what you said. What'd you say? Oh, maybe this happened on the first day of school. I will never forget this first day of school. That'd be quite the day at school, wouldn't it? Yeah. Jet, what'd you say?
I wish I could rewind time and fix it.
I wish, this is the day I wish I could rewind time. I like Tim's. Do we like Tim's?
Yeah.
This was pretty funny. Tim, tell me yours one more time, sir. Have you ever splattered your teacher with paint? Last week, my friend and I did the most embarrassing thing in art class. This is the day I decided to run away from school. Do we want to read that story?
Yes.
Is that a good introduction? Okay, what 3 things do we need? We need Hold on. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Okay, when I do our things, everybody needs to do it with me so we can remember it, okay? 1, we need a
Hooker grabber.
we needed 3 W's. Everybody, hold up 3 fingers, 3 W's. And then we need our, okay, you're going to do the signals with your shoulder buddy, and then we're done for the day. Go ahead, tell them the 3 things you need.